Welcome back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I didn't check to see. I wonder how many students we have booked for this class. Oh, that's a good amount, at least 6.
Mhm.
So that'll work out well. So how have you been? You been keeping busy?
No, actually not busy much.
Are you bored or are you just relaxing?
Yep, sometimes I feel bored.
Well, it's tough sometimes because yeah, I get the same way. But when you work so long and
Mhm.
things slow down, it takes a while for you to get used to being, or I should say, get used to not doing something.
Yeah, because my schedule is reluctant, right? It's reluctant. Sometimes it's so busy, but sometimes it's not busy, so I get bored.
We all do.
Mhm.
Now, this class is a little different than the way I used to teach it. So as I mentioned in the last class, I'm going to show an image like the one I've got there.
Mhm.
And instead of describing the image before you, the photo, I want you to describe the first thing that comes to mind. Maybe it's a memory, maybe it's about something completely different. This reminds you of something you have to do. I don't know. Maybe it reminds you you have to pay your water bill. You know, that's
Yeah.
okay. As long as whatever you say is based on the image before you.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go ahead and give you the first go. Now I'm going to start everybody off with 2 minutes of talk time. If I can find my timer, here it is. So based on the image that you see there, what was the first thing that came to mind when you saw that?
So I have 2 minutes to talk about that, right?
Well, you have 2 minutes to talk about whatever it is you're thinking about. So
Oh,
since you're not talking about the image and you're talking about memories, if you go into a lot of detail, and that's the whole point here, I want you guys to go into a lot of detail.
mhm.
Much like a novel, it can take sometimes an entire chapter just to describe the setting. So go ahead, describe what comes to mind when you first saw this image.
When I first saw the images, when I first saw that picture, I feel like it's very peaceful. We can see the clouds in the sky. It's very in the sky very clear and cloudy, and we see many trees and with water and how to say this one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of when you see this? You're describing what you see. I want you to tell me what you think. What do you see in your mind when you see this image?
When I see this image, I feel it's really peaceful. And I remember I went to the one like this before in my country, and it's really peaceful. I went there with my friends, and it was a very beautiful time with my friends in college, and we gathered there in very beautiful place like that, and it's make me remember to the past time we when I went to gather with my friends, and it make me remember about my country. My countries have many uh, views like that, mm, and it remind me to try to protect the nature as well because it's very beautiful. And nowadays in my country, because industry going and explosion of industry, so many trees is were cut down and they destroy the nature. So it remind me to make effort to protect the nature, especially just the little thing in my family, in my house.
Okay, now that was perfect. At first, you were describing the image,
Mm-hmm.
and then you described what it reminded you of, and that's exactly what I want you guys to do. Describe what you think of when you see the image. Thank you very much. All right, Shan, you're up next. You've got 2 minutes. When you first saw this image, what did you think?
Well, it's a wonderful photograph, and it's the clear sky and the full of greeneries and wonderful waterfalls. So it just reminds me my tour to Niagara Falls, and I went to there at the first week of the August with my colleagues, and we drove there from the Philadelphia. It took around 8 hours, and finally we reached there just before the sunset. And so I was just quite amazed. Like I didn't just expect so big. And then next day we took Mist of the Mead. It's just a boat tour. It take you just in front of the fall, and it was, it was wonderful experience. And then the next day morning we just went to the cave, which just take you just bottom of the fall. So that was another surprise. I didn't saw that much of water coming just a few meters away from me. And only problem I made is I didn't take my camera at that time. So I still have some sort of like a missing. I missed few things. So I'm still planning for the next year. If I could able to plan something, I definitely I'd like. I'm looking forward to go there again.
That has to be the worst. You forget your camera. Yeah, or
Yeah,
the batteries run dead.
yeah, but I knew that I just quite intentionally I didn't take it. So I just
Your own fault.
yeah, it my fault.
All right, thank you, Shan. Jorge, it's your turn. You've seen the image. You've heard the other
Yes,
story. I want to know what
yes.
you think when you saw this image. What came to your mind?
Well, as I think that I can say Lee. Lee is the name. I can pronounce Lee or Lai.
Lee, my name's Lee.
Lee. All right. As Lee said, this picture reminds me of my natal city, which is Cucuta, near to Venezuela. Because in Cucuta, the sky is always like this. It's with clouds, but you can see the sun, and also reminds me my childhood with my father. My father liked to go to the river to have some great time, and this picture reminds me that swimming with my father at the river. That's it.
Tell me a bit more about that river you spent time with your father.
Yeah, it's called Zulia, and there is a bridge which you can jump into the river. It's like a 7 meters of from the bridge into the river, so it's kind of cool. And also there is a well, there is no uh, that river doesn't have a nice waterfall like the picture, but there are some sections in the river, some areas in the river in which the water is have how can I say power. I don't know what is that word. Let me find that word quickly. Is uh,
Okay, it could be
um,
fast flowing, rapids.
what is that word that the river and the ocean have is like a power under the water is
Tide.
What is it?
The tide. You're referring the oceans have tides which affect the rivers. You also have currents.
Current, yes. That's the word. And that's it, yeah. In general, summarizing, that picture reminded me my weekends with my father.
Excellent. And see, that's part of the purpose of this class is by using memories, things that you remember well, things that you remember when you didn't know English. So by pulling those memory up, you're forced to describe them, vivid memories, with English words. So it's to help you with your English conversation and with your vocabulary more. All right, well, Diana just joined us along with David. Diana, it's perfect timing. I've got this beautiful waterfall here. I don't want you to describe the waterfall. I want you to describe the first thing you thought of when you saw this picture of a waterfall. You've got 2 minutes. Go ahead, Diana.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, the first thing that I feel when I saw this picture, okay, in my case, I think this is Iguazu. I'm not sure, but I've been there in, I don't know, I don't remember, but it was like 5 years ago. For me, it's like a picture that I don't know how to describe, but this picture made me feel like a flashback of the trip that I had when I went with my parents, and it's an incredible place because of the sound of the water, but also because of the I don't know, the dimension or the place, how big it is. That is what I feel.
Sometimes I forget I'm on mute. No, I just lost my thought. What kind of scents or smells are associated with that memory?
Well, since I feel when I was there, I feel like I was very small because the nature is incredible, is bigger, is stronger, and that is what I feel, that it was beautiful, but also the power of the water.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, you can see the turbulence there. You can tell that there's a lot of power in that water there as well.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, Diana. David.
Hello.
Sir, it's been a few weeks. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, busy with work and traveling.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm busy with work, my son, everything else.
Life is tough.
No, I'd say it's just busy.
Tough and busy.
Yeah. And my throat's starting to go too, so yeah, my throat's going. Anyhow, it's enough me talking. David, what's the first thing that came to mind when you saw this image?
The first image that crossed my mind was the time when I went to Argentina with my mother. I gave her a present, and the present was a trip to Argentina. So we spent some time in Buenos Aires, and also we went to other cities, but we couldn't make it to Iguazu because I have to go back to the States because I needed to go back to Spain and start my master's. So I didn't have much time to go to the Iguazu Falls, which was really sad because one of the best views in Argentina and also Brazil. So, but at the same time, is a good reason to go back to Argentina or Brazil and go to the Iguazu Falls. So it's a good memory. Well, I never seen it, but I wish someday I would go back to Argentina or Brazil and do it. and go to this place, and I'm trying not to forget my cell phone or my camera so I can take pictures of it. I think it's an impressive view. I also look at the sky. The sky is amazing, and yeah, I think it's good that we still have the chance to enjoy this kind of beauty, natural beauty, and because someday it will be gone. So I'm glad that I will live in this time that things are still good for most of us. Okay,
And
I think I'm done.
I think you are. And again, it's that theme of forgetting your camera, not having spare batteries, and running out of memory on your video card. Guys, don't do that. Take extra with you everywhere you go. I can guarantee you, when I go to England, I'm going to be taking lots of photos. Also, another problem, when I was taking video of my son this year, I used my smartphone, my iPhone, quite a bit, instead of my heavy camera, and I regret it because as good as smartphones are at taking pictures, they don't compare to a big heavy camera. And so when I compress the video, as you have to get it from about 75 gigabytes down to about 2, all the stuff taken with my camera looked good. The phone, not so good. So I learned my lesson. Amp, when you see this image, what came to your mind? What do you reflect on?
Well, here we have a small waterfalls, and I remember my trip to a place that is called El Pailón del Diablo, and in this place there is a noisy waterfall.
Well, somebody's popular.
And the temperature.
I think
The temperature around is 10 degrees. For someone that is from my region, from the coast, go there is a challenging trip because you have to go to a small pathways around this. It's and there is it's like a slippery stones. You have to be careful when you go down this place, and there is a mist around the place, and when you arrive there, the noise that produces these are almost 80 meters of the fall, and the is a good view to have if you take pictures in front of this waterfall from a large bridge that is made of wood, and you can feel the movement in this. Is just like a nice experience. And there are many tourists visiting this place, and when you are back to the bus or the way that you arrive there, the way is shorter.
Thank you. Now I'm trying to figure out what image to show you guys next. Oh, I got an awesome image. This is beautiful. Guys, get ready for this. The most beautiful picture you've ever seen. Here we go. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? All right, Shan. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I got news for you. You're going to be partnered with Lee.
Oh, great.
I'll give you guys 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to talk about this adorable creature. In fact, just like in the first image, use this image as a trigger to start a conversation based on something that it reminds you of. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, please. 3 minutes.
So, hi Sharon, how are you?
Hey, Lee. I'm good. How are you?
So, what do you think when you look at the picture? Can you share with me?
Yeah. I could remember this Jersey cow. Uh, when my father was working in the fodder farm, so and that farm I have seen lots of Jersey cow, which was not available in India mostly. So I have vivid memory. So what you could remember about looking at this picture?
Actually, I grew up in a small city in my country.
Hmm.
So my city doesn't. Yeah, I saw cows when I was a child, but not as much. Just sometimes I saw them, and I still remember at that time when I was a child, my mom often went to a place, I don't remember where it is, but she bought a very fresh cow milk for me, and it's really really fresh. They just um they just take it from the ups, right? From the
Hmm.
ups, and we drink it. It has a lot of, I think, a lot of fat in that. I can feel it there, but we like to enjoy that milk when when I was in my country, and I remember that memory. Mm, Other than that, this looked like a farm, and I still remember my family still used to raise pigs to sell to for living. My family raised a lot of pigs, and when they give birth to children, we're gonna raise a children, and then when they old enough, we sell it for a living.
Oh, that's great. So you said that your family has owning own cow. Is that right?
No, I just saw the cows in
Okay.
the other place, but
Hmm.
my family raised the pig for a living for a short period of time.
Okay. And I can remember like in cow in India there is a big significance for cow. Like they're trading.
Thank you very much, and thank you for stopping on time, Shan. Appreciate it. So next we have Jorge and Diana. And again,
Hi,
we have this
Diana.
beautiful creature here, and I'm curious to see where you guys are going to take the conversation. So go ahead, you guys have 3 minutes.
So, is Diana or Diana?
Diana,
Diana, where are you from? Are you from Colombia, right?
I'm from Colombia. And you?
Yeah, I am from Colombia too.
Okay.
This picture remind me that when I was traveling between Cucuta to the capital, to Bogota, by bus. It's almost 15
Okay.
hours going while driving through the mountains, and in that time you can see a lot of farms with cows, with people who live in the yeah, what can I say, in the field, in the what can I say, that the country.
Wow.
And that is the only association in my memory that I have when I was traveling by bus or by car to Bogota, from Cucuta to Bogota. What about you?
Okay, in my case, well, I live in Bogota, but also near to Bogota, there are some towns where people used to have many cows because it is a region where a lot of milk products are produced. So when I see a picture like this one, what I think is about the milk products is what I have in my mind. So I remember the industry, the cheese, the milk, the desserts that are produced all about the milk.
Is that town Uate?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I live
Bogotá,
in
and
Bogota
also
as well.
there is a place that is near to Bogotá. The name is Alpina.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I had got yeah I went. Oh, how can I say? I have been there for a couple of times.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? You can choose many products, uh, or many meal products. So sometimes you don't know what to choose. Oh, this
Exactly.
is delicious. This is delicious. Oh my God. Yeah, I live in Bogota too, Diana. So it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I keep
Uh,
forgetting I'm on mute.
yes.
It's like I'm talking. It's like, why aren't you guys responding to me? What's wrong? It's late and I'm tired. Actually, it's not late. I'm just tired. It's been. I'm going on a course tomorrow for 4 days,
Mm.
but that means I get up early, take the train, get home, pick up my son, feed him, then I teach 2 classes, and I think I'm going to be absolutely drained. But we'll try that for tomorrow, and then if I'm too tired, I won't be able to teach Thursday. But yeah, and I keep talking, and you guys aren't hearing me because I'm on mute. Well, thank you very much. Now we have David and Amp. Amp is leaving. Okay, so David and Lee, you guys have a conversation. Go ahead, please. And when Amp gets back, I'll pair up Amp with somebody else.
All right. So what is Lee?
Yes, hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Just fine. It's cold here, but besides that, it's fine.
Oh,
Now, so what do you think about this cow?
yeah, this cow, yeah. Actually, right now, suddenly I remember about a picture my friend showed me. He grew up in Missouri in a big farmer, and he showed me a picture of his farmer
Mm,
in a chart. Yeah, uh, it's very huge farmer.
I
Oh,
see.
farm, not farmer. It's very huge farm. And he showed me that picture. I think a years ago, and that picture was in the past. Right now, he lives in the other country, and he's an engineer. He's not a farmer anymore. In the
Mm-hmm.
past, he lived with his parents,
Yeah.
and right now, his cousin and his sibling is still a farmer in Missouri.
Oh,
And
I'm
he showed,
Missouri.
yeah, he showed me many cow like that, and
Mm-hmm.
he told me the way how he can take milk from the cow
Mm-hmm.
and to sell it and or use it.
Have you
And
ever milked a cow?
no, no, I never had a chance to do it. Mhm.
I
How about
did
you?
once. That's when I look at this cow, I remember once I did that, and it was kind of funny because they have you. It's very it's very strange because you have to be pulling the I don't know the teats of these cows.
The
I don't know
breast
what
of the cow?
is the right word, but I was pulling down, and the milk was coming at different directions because it's not as easy as it looked like or as it seemed.
Udder.
Say it again.
Udder.
The udder. Thank you. So you put in the udder, and the milks come from different directions, and it's warm and it's kind of sticky, and it's like and the guy was like not very happy with you because if you don't know how to do it, she can kick you.
Yeah,
So you have to
that's
be very
that's what.
careful.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, did you get kicked from the
No,
cow?
no, but she was like a little uncomfortable, like she was saying, she was telling me you're not doing it the right way.
Ah,
So I just practiced a little bit, but then I just let my friend continue with the milking because I didn't want to be kicked by a cow.
it's a very nice experience. And how much? Like, how much
Oop,
Did you get?
our time is up. But
Oh, I thought I was on mute that time. I was going, oh my God, where is it? Where is it? Right? Because I'm trying to unmute and I was already unmuted. Okay, well, thank you very much, guys. Okay, now it's Amp and Jorge. Are you guys ready? Oh, no. Yes. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yes,
Thank you.
I am.
Hi.
I'm
Have you been?
from Ecuador, right?
Yes, I am. But I've never been so close with a cow. Just when,
Oh,
yeah, in my way when we go to the beach house. Oops.
oh, see. We have to talk about the cow or from the current
I
picture?
don't know. I don't know now.
This image
Simon?
is for you, Amp.
All right. So start
And
again.
diamonds?
Is
What
that
is that?
onion or ice?
I don't know. What is it? What is it?
Uh,
It's sugar. Sugar.
hmm.
Yeah, but it's
You know
a
what? Being
microscope.
honestly speaking, this picture remind me
Mm-hmm.
uh, when I go out with my friends to get some beers. It's like
Why? What are you imagining?
no, because it looks like ice. So when you get the beer, the glass of beer, then sometimes there is you can request to the bartender some ice,
Mm.
and I don't know why. Maybe I am an alcoholic, but I am remember that right now.
That is the first idea in your mind. Well, yeah, the
Yes, sorry for
sugar.
that.
Yeah, sugar. Yeah, generally after put a bit of sugar on your table, sometimes you find the ants just following the trace of the sugar. Yes, when I was a child, I remember that I like to taste a little bit just the sugar without anything, just like a
Really?
yeah.
I
But
used to do
now
that with tomatoes. So you cut the tomato in twice sections in two sections, sorry, and
yeah,
then you put some sugar and then you eat. It's
tomato
kind
with
of
sugar.
crazy.
Wow,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, I used to do that.
We put sugar and avocado,
Oh,
but
God.
not in tomato. Yeah,
So give it a try and tell me what do you think about it.
no, but I
Maybe
think
I don't know. It's it's a weird taste, but at the end, maybe in my case, I I felt how can I say that? Yeah, I felt right. I felt right eating that. It's like this is sugar and tomato. Well, tomato is not so good, but the
I've
sugar
never
could be
tried that
something.
combination. I've never tried it.
So
Avocado,
would you
yes,
like to?
avocado with sugar, and sometimes we add milk. It's like a milkshake with avocado and banana, and I like the color that is more green than anything else. And yeah, I like that one.
Would you
But
like to
with
try?
tomato,
Would you like to try?
tomato with some sugar is. Ugh. I tried mango with lemon and
All
salt and
right.
pepper. Yeah,
Yes, that
but
is
with
common
salt and
here
pepper.
as well.
Yeah, but
And
no
and
sugar with something like it's a little bitter.
and after that, you are complaining about your teeth.
Thank you,
Oh
guys.
my God, my teeth. Oh, sorry.
All right, now it's Deanna and David. And if this reminds you of diamonds, run with it. Nobody knew it was sugar. Go ahead, guys.
Diana,
Hi.
so is it true that diamonds are a girl's best friend? What do you think?
Diamonds are what?
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Hello? Are you there? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, I can hear you, David.
So
Okay.
what happened? So
I don't think she liked your question.
she didn't answer my question.
It
No, I think
appears
she's
that
having audio
it seems
problems.
I
yes.
don't know.
Audio problem. Hello, Diana. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I don't think the diamonds
Okay, so this is going really bad. I'm going to have to
Yes.
jump
So
in here. Diana, I suggest leaving, coming back in, seeing if that helps. We can't understand you at all.
friends, best
yeah. Sorry, Diana.
friends.
So what we could probably do, well, we're going to start another round,
Right.
but you didn't really get a chance to speak, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair you up with AMP. And you know what?
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to change the image again. That one didn't go over very well.
No, she didn't get my message, my joke. So I was disappointed, because it was a good joke. So she can say, yeah, I mean, it was
Okay.
it was a good phrase. So
I'm
she
going to show
can.
you.
Which
I'm going
one?
to show you a picture of an idiot. This is what an idiot looks like.
An idiot.
Yes,
Great girl.
it's definitely an
Oh.
idiot right there. So, AMP and David, go ahead and discuss.
Well, I read about some idiots that have been had died because trying to take a picture like this, probably. Yeah, it's so stupid. I would never try it to do something like that.
How could
Well-
somebody die from doing that? I don't get it.
Well, you gotta see the one,
Yes.
the picture with this guy taking a selfie, and there are bulls running after him. It's a very fascinated picture. But this one, I think, is people are. I think it's the idea that you wanna stand out, you wanna be different, you wanna be risky, you wanna get the best picture you can ever get. So we living in this kind of society that is, you wanna get the best. I mean,
Unfortunately.
yeah, and you know what is sad about this is that we're missing the actual thing. We're actually missing the idea that you are enjoying it, the moment.
Yeah, and you didn't pay attention to the details of the landscape
Exactly.
because you are just pay attention in taking a picture of you, and then maybe you are, when you are just watching the picture, you said, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's like when people go to a concert, for example, and they are filming, more worried about filming than really enjoying the concert. Like enjoy the
Yeah.
concert.
Yeah. Because if you're filming, you can buy a DVD and you can see
The concert in
The
better
concert,
quality and the worse than your iPhone.
without
It's shaking,
moving.
the
Yeah,
music. Exactly.
yeah.
I mean, it's a kind of it's the idea that you wanna. I don't know. You wanna record that for what? I mean, you wanna die. Nobody wanna watch the video anyway. So,
Yeah.
but that's the idea, that we have to. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. I guess. But
Yeah.
have you ever done something like this, Amparo?
If I see a man like this,
Have you done something like this? Something risky like this?
no. Fortunately, no. Just I read a woman that it was taking a picture in Colombia, and it was when it was Holy Week, and
Uh-huh.
she suffered an accident, and then
Oh, no.
I read that she died because she was trying to take a picture just in the border, in an edge of near a beach, and then she fall.
Right.
But
And
you know that the air is slippery, so
well, there are many accidents now that people are trying to, they are reading or trying to text when they are walking and they're not looking where
Yeah.
they're going to, and they fall into the holes, or there may be such a crack in the air. Maybe
the
it can be.
statistics, the
Yeah.
statistics say that are bigger
Oh.
than the car accident.
Right. Time is
Okay,
up. Thank you.
Here's some advice. If you're accident prone, don't do something like you see in this picture.
For sure.
It's just bad idea. All right, Deanna, are you there? Okay, I'm not hearing anything back. Okay, so unfortunately I'm going to have to skip you because I can't hear anything from you. So we go to Jorge and Lee. Beautiful picture, isn't it?
Lee,
Yeah.
you know what? This picture reminds me, because anyway, we are going to die for some reason. So I agree with taking some risks. Maybe not in that level, but well, sometimes in order to enjoy the life, you have to do it. For example, I like to play American football, and I broke my knee 3 months ago, and I am trying to walk in again, and I plan to come back to the game in next 2 or 3 months. So I know this is risky, but I really enjoy that sport.
So you mean that it worth it when it's actually the thing you realize is worth it when you put your interest, right?
Sorry, I didn't catch up. Lee,
So
could you please
I
repeat it for me?
even though you are at risk,
Yes.
assume that it's still worth it to do
Yeah.
the thing you like, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Despite I am suffering the injury because it really hurts, and sometimes the knee is killing me, it's totally worth it to come back to practice that sport.
Oh no, I don't agree with you. Maybe because I'm not sure, but it's because the different personality. But with me, I think I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do any risky thing to me, especially if I don't think about me, at least I think about my family. So I'm for sure I'm not put me in any risk. So if the one I like but it's risky, I'm not gonna choose it. I will have plan B, plan C, and I'm gonna do it the other way. Or even though plan B, plan C is the last thing I like, but I still do it because it's not risky. But this picture remind me right now about a how to say it? Like the selfie situation with the teenager and the young adults right now. Many people, even though they go to anywhere, go to the restaurant, go to church, go to the park or anywhere, they're gonna take the picture, and they even have the selfie stick with them. That means they take the picture everywhere they can, every moment they can, and post it on Facebook or Twitter to show to everybody that they are there, they meet that person, that people, and they did it. They try it, but I don't think it's worth it. It's they just take the picture to show up, and they didn't attention. For example, they gathered together at a restaurant, and everyone take picture, and then everyone look at their cell phone, their smartphone, and they didn't pay attention to each other. They didn't even care about each other to ask about each other.
All right. I believe in
Leslie.
taking risks, but obviously I think that one's a bit too much of a stupid risk. But it's awesome. It's a great picture. Definitely a great picture. All right. Well, I think we got time for one more. Unfortunately, we had problems with our friends there. She had audio problems. No, that one's similar to the last one. No, let's pick something different. Actually, no, I'm going to go with this one here. Curious to see what you guys will do with this. All right, so I'm going to start Amp and David. Guys, go ahead. Comes to mind when you see this?
Your prime minister.
How do you know he's my prime minister? Could be just some other guy.
No,
Because you're Canadian, aren't you?
Yeah. Don't deny your country.
Well, I believe this guy is very young. I believe this guy has a lot of potential, like everybody else. I hope he doesn't forget what he had promised people to, that he will do in the future, and he doesn't become as like the old traditional politicians, full of beep, and they don't do anything else, for their people. So what do you think, Amparo?
Well, I know that people in Canada are happy with the new prime minister, with his new ideas of have an equal number of women and men in his government, and the different kind of people from different minorities. Yeah, that is a good beginning of his government, and I hope that things goes well during the years that he have to be in power.
Right. So what is the problem having a younger younger
Well, I think
president? What would be possible problems, you think?
well, maybe he hasn't have enough experience in
Right.
politics,
Exactly.
but
Or in
he
life, in general, in
yeah,
life.
his father was also prime minister, so I
Really?
think that, yeah, so he has the story, so he have a someone who can advise him about the situation. And well, the prime minister, the former prime minister, when he was elected, he had almost the same age. Just
Really? Oh, wow.
yes, because now that he finished, he was like a 53 or something, and he had been in power for 10 years.
I see. I don't know. I mean, as I said before, I hope, I always, when I see somebody so young in a government, my first concern is they are immature. Not only politically, but also as a person. You're immature. In order to be wiser, you need to get some experience in life. You can be very intelligent, you can be very knowledgeable, but not wise. And wisdom, I think, is really what we need. People who have wisdom, not only knowledge or
Yeah.
intelligence, but also the wisdom, and that comes with age. And our time is up.
It is. However, I'm curious to see what Lee and Jorge say. Go ahead, guys. You've got 3 minutes about this. Apparently, he's a Canadian prime minister.
So what do you think, Horse? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So what do you think about that guy in the picture, or about younger politicians?
I'm not sure, but with me, younger is good, because with the young people, they often have many it's like many different idea that the old people don't have. For example, they may have it's like a new idea and they want to do it, and they try to do it. So if they love to do it and they have the dedication and have a passion to improve the country, so I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, because for example, I don't remember, but in my mind right now, I remember Obama is the youngest president in the United States, and he's a good president now. So it doesn't mean the older the wiser. It doesn't mean like that.
Yes. I agree with you. I believe that younger blood is necessary in politicians. I am not a politician expertise, but I can see in another groups that younger people give new synergies, new ideas. It's like a fresh air, and sometimes it's just what the world needs. we need like a new way to see the things.
Yeah.
I don't know, take that passion of the younger people and apply them for the new problems or for the problems that we are currently facing.
Yes.
And that's good. That's good. I
Yeah. I agree.
strongly believe
Mhm.
in younger people.
Yeah, because the older, when the people getting old, they very careful with the decision. They're gonna think a lot, and sometimes they don't have enough, like they're not brave enough to do the one they think, because they think a lot, think very, very carefully.
All right, Tansley.
Mhm.
Thank you very much, guys.
Just a quick comment about it. We just say we need sometimes we need fresh air, and sometimes that's what they all are.
Yes.
Just fresh air.
Fresh air.
So what I think I'm hearing then is old people like me are just too old.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Let me think. Yeah.
All right, well, there we have it then. Old people aren't good anymore.
What are you
Well-
talking about? I'm older than you, I think. So
Well, I don't know. I think even if you are, we shouldn't be having this battle. It's not one either of us will win.
No, but I believe, I mean, it's right. I mean, you cannot say that because he's younger, he's going to be more wiser or the other way around. Usually, with age, we become wiser usually, but it's not the case. Hopefully, this guy will be wiser too, and younger and wiser.
Well, he's certainly been around the politics for his whole life. So, he's not foreign to it.
Yeah.
Well,
But he also needs the support of other people. He cannot do everything by himself, So let's see who's the people surrounding him,
Yeah, that is the point.
Well, he's already gotten into. Well, he's not getting into trouble. He's having trouble right now because of his stance on welcoming in 25,000 Syrian refugees. It wasn't such a big deal until the bombings in Paris, and now since the bombings in Paris, most of the country is saying, well, hold on a minute here, we're a little bit afraid. So that's causing him some consternation. So we're curious to see how he makes it through that.
Yeah, well, we need wisdom for that.
Yeah, and it's just wait and see what happens. I mean, this is new. He's in the first month of his 4-year term. We'll have to see what happens.
So what do you think about him?
You have some tea?
I put you on the spot. I want to know.
No, my throat's sore. I need some tea.
You need time to think.
No,
That's why.
I personally don't really have a problem with him. My only concern is when the election was coming up, there were 3 parties, and he was the only one that said, I'll run a deficit. And I don't care what you do, just don't run a debt. Because that's what really, in the long run, hurts all of us. If you want to offer more money to people with kids, I've got kids, well, then raise taxes. Don't hide behind we're not going to raise taxes when you know damn well you're going to have to. So raise the taxes now. And that's, I think that's what you got to do. You got to realize, if I think I'm going to run a deficit, well, maybe the economy isn't so good. It isn't, but it's not bad. Then, you know what? Raise some taxes, pay for it. Let's not go into debt, because interest rates are at a historic low. If you can't afford to balance the books right now, you're certainly not going to do it at 10% or 5%. So that's kind of my thing.
And when are you running?
No. No way. The pay is good, but I'm not doing it.
How much do they make? Because in the United States, Obama is making $400,000 a year. That's it. Not even $1 million a year.
He starts at $349, but it goes up from there.
That's
And gray hair.
That's ridiculous for. Yeah, you're right about Obama. That's ridiculous for a president to make, for
No, I think that's perfect. And I think CEOs of companies should get paid that much too.
less than that. Bastards.
No, no. 250, 350, that should be all you make as a head of a company.
Exactly.
Unless, of course, it's your own company. But if you're elected as a CEO, I think getting millions of dollars is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, absolutely. But what about the basketball players? You know, the same thing.
I think that's ridiculous too.
But what can you do?
Well, I don't do anything. I don't watch the games. I don't go to the games. It doesn't impact me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about teachers like us?
But your internet, if these guys weren't getting paid what they're paid, your internet fees would be less. All this stuff, it all falls down to us guys. But teachers, well, I know if you lived in Canada, teachers get paid very well here. I know in the U.S. teachers don't get paid as well, but in Canada,
well, depends where you live. But what is the average? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I'm kind of curious.
it's hard to say. I know when I looked a little while ago, it's $72,000 a year.
American
that was-
dollars or just Canadian
The
dollars?
same thing. It doesn't really matter. But that was 20 years ago. So-
72,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah, but that was 20 years ago, so it's a lot more than that now.
Are you serious? I'm moving
Yeah.
to Canada tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, with those, that wasn't first year starting. I think you need to be in it for 5 years and get some education. But when you're looking at a position, you never look at first year. You always look at once you've been in it for a few years, right? But now it's easily 90,000 or more, or 100,000, or it can go. I think it can go as high as 150,000. And
A
that's
lot of
elementary,
money.
high
That's
school.
Great. That's great. I mean,
That's
how can
good.
you?
And how about the salary of the doctor? Because I heard that the healthcare system in Kenya is very good, and everybody get the healthcare, right?
Mhm.
It's not like in the US, because healthcare system and health insurance in the US is a mess. It's really, really complicated.
Well, it's not a mess. It's actually designed very, very well. You got the best equipment in the world, the best trained people, and it makes the most money in the world.
Well, that's yes and no.
Make the most
Yes and
money.
no. I mean, you just said it. The bottom line is money, not the people. They don't care about us as they care about how much money can make out of us.
No, they do care about you. It's how much money they can get from you.
Exactly, but that's only that line.
But no, it is good here. Doctors, well, it depends. I think if you're just a general practitioner, your starting pay is around 210.
210.
But if you're a specialist, depending on what your specialty is, you can make a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But, and for doctors though, if you are, you do have a lot of expenses. But I'm not saying they do badly, but you do have to work hard as a doctor. It's a lot of work. But
It
you do
is,
get
it
paid
is.
well. No, things aren't bad in Canada, and there are a lot of decent paying jobs, but then there are a lot, like the US, there's this pressure for trying to get more for less.
That's true.
And
That's very true.
I was hearing saying there's a lot more contract work now. They don't want to hire people full time.
Mm.
So I'm thankful.
Because that
I'm thankful I have a full-time job at my day job.